Hey, how you doing everyone? It's James Amero here at SwitchWatch, your home for everything Nintendo Switch related. January can be a rather long and depressing month, so you might be out there looking for some bargains, and I'm pleased to say that Nintendo eShop has some great deals to be had. So this is our roundup of the best games available on the eShop in the UK and US right now. Keep watching until the end, where I'll be giving away a copy of one of these games and get instructions on how you can pick that up. I hope you enjoy this one, guys. Let's jump in. First up, and it's a quirky little platformer called Juggernauts. Lee reviewed this one over at switchwatch.co.uk and found it pretty fun. It's difficult when you play alone, but where this really shines is in multiplayer. His main gripe was actually the price point, so when you consider this one's around 50% off, it might be worth looking at if you're looking for a couch co-op game. I can see this one being a real blast, especially if you have 3 or 4 friends together, and it works really well on a little Joy-Con as well. Next up is a great game that I think has gone quite under the radar. It's Cosmic Star Heroine. I reviewed this one back in August of last year. I found this to be a really awesome turn-based JRPG that had a lot going for it. This game absolutely oozes character. It's definitely one of the best turn-based RPGs on the Switch. I actually gave it a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Now this one's only available for sale in the US, but as the Switch is region free, you are able to log in and purchase it from that store. I'm going to pop a link to my review up in the top right hand side, so you can go ahead and have a look at this one if you've not heard of it before. Next up, it's the newest game on this list. Yes, it's Double Cross. I've just reviewed this one and gave it a great 8.5 out of 10. It's got 25% off at launch, and I would say that this game is brilliant for anyone in the market for a Mega Man style platformer. The game was originally slated to release earlier in 2018, and the developer took the bold decision to delay the game by quite some time in order to polish it up and make some big improvements, and I have to say they've definitely worked. Now when it comes to picking games for this list, we're taking into consideration how good the game is and how much value is on offer. Shikondo Soul Eater is a bullet hell game that Juan reviewed last year. Now it wasn't the best game out there, but it is pretty good. It came in at a fairly hefty price tag, we felt. Now it has a huge amount of discount on it. I would say it's worth taking a second look if you're after a bullet hell game. What I like about this one is the fact that there is a multiplayer option available and that you have online leaderboards. These are core staples for me. Velocity 2X certainly lives up to its name. It's a fast-paced action platformer meets puzzler. It's really all about speed runs. This one's got online leaderboards as well, and it's just a frantic blast to play. Now it's on sale, it's certainly worth looking at if you're after some fast-paced action. When I reviewed Mana Spark last month, I had some performance issues with it, but other than that, I thought this was a really interesting dungeon crawler. I'm pleased to say that the developer has released a day 1 patch, and it's worth playing now for sure, especially on sale. This game has that twin stick one more run feel about it. If you're after a good old-fashioned survival horror game, then look no further than Outlast. Juan loved this one when he reviewed it last year, and now at half price, well, it's a bit of a bargain. But be warned, it is certainly very, very scary. The Switch version comes complete with the additional DLC that was released, and so you do get even more bang for your buck. And if you're a sucker for punishment, then Outlast 2 is also 50% off. I reviewed this one and found it just as good as the first. It has a slightly different feel, so the experience isn't too similar, and I would certainly give either one of these games a go. With so many games coming thick and fast, it's very easy to miss a great little title, and that's exactly what happened with Smoke and Sacrifice. This is an RPG with survival elements to it that is really heartwarming and has a great tale with some replayability. It does get a bit repetitive after a while, but it's a good experience worth looking at, especially now that it's 50% off. Last up, it's the 2D blood-soaked love letter to cult classics. Yes, it is Butcher. Juan reviewed this one last year and gave it a 7 out of 10. There were a few bugs and a few issues, and the price was slightly high. While now it's 50% off in the US, and the developer has done some work to fix some of those issues. Certainly one worth looking at again, but be warned, it's a very difficult game. It's not going to be for everyone. And that's it today, guys. Certainly some great games to get over those January blues. But hang on a second, I did promise at the beginning of this video that I would be giving a game away, and I can confirm that you can win yourself a copy of Double Cross. That's a digital copy. All you have to do is click on the Gleam competition down below. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so, and there will be some additional ways that you can win. We'll be announcing the winner at the end of January, so best of luck, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.